Hello there. Cutting some wood up today as we enter the realm of Alien Romulus. Finally. Hot glue straight out of the gate. Let's set the stage, piece by piece. A mirrored layout this time, the intro or scene 1 over here, then the conclusion or scene 2 over here with space for a battery pack in the middle. First, the floor. We'll use tiles from a Gothic Sci-Fi set. There's a huge variety of them in the pack, but today we just need these. As for the walls of the ship, I've trimmed down this shipping container in 3D Builder. With a few more additions, we should have something that looks halfway acceptable. Wishful thinking. For the back wall, we need an additional step, another container wall, but with a door spliced in. Swiftly on to the first issue of the day. Did it occur to me to cut the wall so that it fit correctly before printing? Spoiler, it did not. About 10 centimeters. Excuse me? Let go. Let go, you demonic. This is my tape measure, not yours. Let go. Holy. Holy moly. Just breathe. Hi. Mark the wall. Add some water to control the delicious resin dust. We'll get there eventually. Only a fool would cut all the way through for a neat finish. Some more hot glue to cement it in place. That is the basics of scene 1 done. As it's the same setting for scene 2, we'll repeat the process. I saw that. Everything exactly the same. Yeah, I've lost track of which is which. Now for the added extras, a very secure door and an inconspicuous vent, which needs to be hollowed out behind for maintenance. Starting with the wrong drill bit, because I'm impatient and can't wait for the other tool to charge. We'll drill a little hole to guide our hole cutter. I wonder if messy ASMR is a thing. It is now. I think all vents are installed pre-damaged on alien-infested ships. Speaking of, we need this creature's cheery grin. A blob of hot glue, because I'm not messing around in a small hole again. Nothing good comes of that, ever. Seal him in. No escape. Another staple of the Alien universe, a faulty terminal. If they just hired a decent maintenance guy, then these films would be a quarter of the length and suitable for kids. We'll remove the entire screen and replace it with our own later on. We'll also need to remove the back. Doesn't need to be neat, as no one will ever see it. Other than all of you. Just enough room for an LED, which, hopefully, when it's all done, will shine out through that screen. Need space for the wires to exit out through the bottom of the terminal. We need space for the wires to exit through the bottom of the terminal. Perfect. I'm adding some milliput to prevent light leaking through the front of the terminal. Another hole in the floor so that we can feed the wires through. And we'll cut out a channel for the wires to go in so the diorama sits flat. Broken terminal? Done. Another alien staple. An egg. Definitely not the chocolate variety. We'll hide that in the corner. Now for the stereotypically capable crew. An Imperial Guardsman.
Actually, it would be more likely. Shut up!
And a brother from the friendliest Space Marine chapter.
You missed this shot and I'll kill you myself, you little And make sure you click subscribe, nerds, and I will eat your ass.
Best buddies controlling the Xenos threat. Onwards to the outcome. Another vent. Another terminal. We don't need to fiddle with the terminal this time, but the vent, we need a bigger hole. So we'll crack that open and plough through this wall. Oh, hello. secure the vent in place, and the terminal, and an egg. That doesn't look promising. As for the capable crew, I've had to adjust the position of this chap's leg before printing. I'm not equipped with the skills to digitally sculpt that leg, so I just used a block. Doesn't look great, but we'll touch that up, and I can tell you, that's the least of his worries. Poor guy. Anyway, sculpt that new leg, pop him in place. His day is about to get far worse. Out of interest, which is your favourite Alien film? Before we inject that horror into the scene, wires back on the menu, boys! We need to carve these up and extract the goodies inside. We've got old headphones, plugs, USB leads, they're all full of the good stuff. Destroying things in a relatively controlled manner is surprisingly therapeutic. Plug up some of the gaps with these. We'll add some of the smaller wires into the vent. Now this is from a washing machine. Fingers crossed we don't need it for something important. What's more important than this? Glue that in place. And again down the side. Before a solid black base coat over everything. The Xenomorph. Oh, look who it is. Trapped in a box so his parts can't run away. We're speedrunning this paint job today, so we've got night blue to dry brush over the inside of the ship. Over every bit of it. No mercy. Then a sickly green for the egg. Before dousing it in Agrax Earthshade. While that dries, we'll use Tinny Tin for another dry brush over all the metal. UV resin time. That egg isn't looking nearly slimy enough. We'll add some resin to our paper and then a splash of black-green ink and a little bit of Agrax. Mix it up and we end up with this foul-looking slime. Cover the egg. And then we'll set it with the UV torch. On to our brother-in-arms, we're doing a salamander today, so we've got dark green and a sponge. A sponge? A sponge. Listen, all the cool kids are doing it nowadays. It's a simpleton-friendly way of painting. Ideal. Starting with a dark base coat, apply a dark version of whatever colour you're aiming for using a sponge. And then work your way up, lighter and lighter, dabbing a smaller area each time. Just keep in mind where the light source is and have the lightest colours facing that direction. In our case, the light is from the terminal at the end of the hallway. Apply our salamander icon, block in the other components, and then a bit of highlighting. If you're not impatient, you can get far better results than me. The Imperial Guardsman takes even less work. Brown, khaki, and green. The beauty of a dark diorama. Now we'll secure them in place and they can contemplate their choices for a bit. Scene 2, the same metal procedure as before, except we'll swap blue for red. We'll brush the underside of our friendly neighbourhood Xenomorph with the same red. And then Necromancer Cloak above. The nightmare's almost over, we just need to add some gloss varnish. Did they have to make them so moist? He's having a good time. Maybe not. On to our hero. We just need a few adjustments. Where we're going, he will not be needing those. We're going to use this wire to fashion a spine. It doesn't need to be complicated, just the basic shape and appearance. Paint it a dirty bone colour, just in case any peeks through the mess. Back to the UV resin, a decent amount on our paper, and then we're going to add Flesh Tearer's Red. Appropriate. Again, mix it together, but this time we're going to set it with the torch while it's on our paper. Not completely, just enough to make it gloopy. It helps if you move it around while setting it, so you'll need 3 hands for that. We take a blob of semi-set resin and get to work.
Mayday. This is Guardsman Thorn, broadcasting on all frequencies. We have a catastrophic breach on board. Repeat, catastrophic breach.
While conducting routine patrol of Cargo Bay, Theta 4, I have identified a Xenos organism, an egg-like structure, approximately 1 meter in height. The markings and readings are consistent with Xenomorph bioforms, as per Ordo Xenos records.
For phase 2 of Blood and Gore, we need some Uhu glue. First on our paper, mixed with glistening blood.
Immediate containment protocols have failed. The egg is showing signs of imminent hatching. We may be dealing with an active infestation, requesting emergency quarantine measures.
Looking spicy, but it's not claustrophobic enough. That's better. Now we enter a new realm, the realm of little LEDs. The issue is that I know as much about basic electronics as a quail. What is... Whose is this? And you've pooped on the desk? Come on, you little... Anyway, first, I know we at least need a hole for the LED. Hello there. Another hole for the other end of the wires. They'll meet the battery pack in the middle compartment. Let's get this terminal finished. We need a screen. We'll neaten and black out the back with a piece of black card. Cut to size. Pop it in. As for the screen, a secret ingredient. A 30cm flexible ruler. Cut a chunk out so we can get to the good stuff. We'll use this bit with the measurement lines on. Snip it out. Make it fit. For those of you still concerned with the rear of the terminal, we'll cover that with some card as well. In she goes. Godspeed, little one. Sit tight, and then feed the wires through the channel we cut earlier. While I crack on with some expert wiring, if you would like to support the channel and gain access to some extra content and good stuff, check out the Patreon. We're growing. Soon to be the largest quail-infested Patreon in the world. Welcome, Adam Zogmek. We've got sneak peeks, voting, soundtracks, and the nest. Come and hang out for the cost of a pot of paint a month. And in a few weeks, there's a prize to be won. A model. Quite a large model. A bit like a Mr. Beast competition, except somebody will actually win. Oh. Hi, Jimmy.
In the silent void, the signals plea. Imperial Guard, lost at sea, aboard their ship, a lurking dread, an alien egg from which darkness spread. Salamander, heed the call, brother of fire, stand tall. To the ship of fear, he did race. Silence now rings out in space.
Like the video, subscribe, let me know what you think. Love you. Bye bye.